Hello everybody, welcome back to the channel. My name is Rob with the Campbell Chronicles and thanks for joining us today. Here on this channel we discuss all things family, travel, and Disney, and so if any of those are of value to you, definitely consider subscribing. We got a whole bunch of fun planned in store and you're not going to want to miss out on that. Today we're going to actually head back over to the cruise line and we're going to talk a little bit more about the Disney Cruise Line service. I've mentioned in other videos how good the customer service is when it comes to Disney Cruise Line. Today we're going to talk more specifically about why. So these are going to be personal experiences that I've had aboard the Disney cruise ships, okay? I've mentioned before, we've done Royal Caribbean and we didn't, at the time we didn't have anything to compare it to, but now that we've done Disney Cruise Line, what's the difference? Why, I mean, that service on Royal Caribbean was good, but why is Disney so much better? Let's talk about some personal experiences that I had. When we went on our 10-year anniversary cruise, my wife Emily, she was pregnant with our third child, and we were a little nervous about that going in. All the questions I had were answered instantaneously and very well. Each cast member had a very good knowledge as far as what could be done, like getting massages on board, if you didn't think about that, you know, as a pregnant lady. That's important to know. We had signed up for a couples massage and they weren't able to give my wife Emily a full massage like she wanted, but she was able to get her head worked and just a nice little facial done. It was really nice. So that's something that's good, but let's talk about more specifically about that baby aspect of it. While we were there, our family did not know that we were pregnant, okay? They did not know, and we were going to go ahead and surprise them through our videos. At the very end, we had a secret message displayed throughout the video, so if you're watching and paying attention, you would get the reveal. Well, as we were doing this, we had lost one of our signs. I don't even know where it went. It was gone. It was something simple. That keyword of the day was very simple. I think it was just a number, in fact. And I don't know. I mean, we had printed these all out. They were ready to go, and then at some point we lost them. So I went up over to the guest services desk and said, hey, this is what we're trying to do. Is there anything that you can do to help us out? Maybe just print it for us. Let us know. That'd be really, really cool if you could help us. The officer that we talked to at the time, you know, it was actually towards the end of our cruise. It was in the foyer. It was loud, but we were talking to her. I'm not really sure if she understood. So she said, okay, yeah, we'll go. We'll see what we can do. So not only did she come out with the sign that we asked for to the detail, but it was just, again, it was just a piece of paper with a number on it. For our hidden message, but she also came out with this. All right, she brought out this little baby plush Groot to give to our daughter. At the time, we didn't know it was a daughter, and it was a Marvel Day at Sea cruise. She just brought this out to us. It's just a little cute plush, and it's just like that little touch of Disney, that little touch of magic, if you will. Just the going above and beyond, that kind of service is worth it. Let's go on to something else now. If you watched our Prolo review, I kind of talked about this a little bit, but again, we were there for our 10-year anniversary, and I wanted to surprise Emily with something. So I went, without her knowing, to the gift shop and I bought her a cool little bracelet. And I asked the gal at the gift shop, I asked them if they could somehow bring this up to Paulo during our brunch that we had scheduled there and give it to her there as a surprise. Because I just thought this would be nice because it would be a little easier on me and I wouldn't have to carry it or hide it in the room and just, you know, so I asked them if they would do that for me and they said, sure, of course. And like without even hesitating, like, of course we'll help you out. And so somehow behind the scenes, they coordinated with Paulo, and the next time I saw it, it was all gift wrapped, and they brought it to our table at the perfect time in between appetizers and entrees, and they gave it to her. They gift wrapped it. I didn't ask for that. They did that though. They went above and beyond once again, and that was just amazing. Just the coordination that they had behind the scenes, that was just really, really cool. Let's talk a little bit more about the customer service. Now, this is a touch that I didn't get anywhere else, okay? Not even at the Disney parks. We were only on the cruise for about 2 to 3 days before people started remembering our names. And by people, I mean cast members. Cast members started remembering our names. They remembered not only our names, but like the photographers. Each time you talk to a photographer, you give them your room number. Each time you go take a picture with a photographer, that you give them their room number so they know where to send the pictures. But they started remembering our names after 2 to 3 days. And that to me is very, not only personal, but impressive. We're on a ship with thousands of people and they are remembering our names. I had one cast member walk by me in the halls. Hey, Robert, did you have any plans today? I'm like, I mean, it caught me off guard because you called me out by name and you're not expecting somebody you only met once or twice to remember your name. That's pretty cool. And of course, the servers knew you. Your mouse keeper knows who you are before you even show up. Another thing about the knowing you, your waiter or waitress, At dinner, they learn your taste, your likes and dislikes. So as you move throughout the rotational dining, those waiters and waitresses get to follow you and they learn more about you. And so by the time the end of your cruise comes along, if you're on more than like a 3-night cruise, and you're asking for recommendations, their recommendations are going to be a lot more spot on and they're going to be really, really good. By day 2, they had me figured out. I'm not that hard to figure out to begin with, but as far as food goes, they had me figured out by day 2. So after that, it was just perfect. It adds to the experience, adds to the dining experience. And so a lot of those interactions that you have with characters as well, they have the character assistants, whether they're helping out with the photographer or helping you play charades with the characters or so on, right? So they have all these different characters assistants out there, and each time I was up there, they would they offered to hold my camera if I would like, and of course, yeah, I'd like to take a picture. So yeah, they held it. Not only that, they did that each time, but then they had fun too. Like they would do some cool things with my video, and it's just really fun. Like stuff that you don't expect to add magic to your trip, but it does. It really does. So those are some of my examples as far as why the Disney Cruise Line service, the customer service, is so much better than other cruise lines. I don't get that when I go elsewhere. And so for that, I will pay the extra money to go on a Disney cruise. And honestly, you don't have to be a Disney fan to appreciate that level of customer service. So if you like to be pampered, if you like to be remembered, if you like to have your thoughts and your requests actually considered, definitely go on Disney Cruise Line. You're not going to regret it. That's going to about wrap it up for us today though, guys. Thanks for watching. If you have any stories or customer service stories that you would like to share, for good or worse, I'd love to hear them. So put them in the comments below. I'd love to hear what you have to say. I'd love to hear some of the magic that you have to offer as well. Thanks again for watching, and remember, adventure is out there.